Hey, everybody, welcome to the cottage. We are going to talk. This is part one of what is going to be a series that I'm going to do on deep soul connections. We see that so much in romance tarot. And to be honest, many times when I am reading about these connections for you guys, I can literally feel that energy. And I would be remiss if I did not tell you that I could not relate. It is an energy that I have experienced myself firsthand. And I have gone down a lot of rabbit trails about this topic. I have done a ton of research on this topic because I find it very interesting. It certainly was very challenging to deal with, and many times can be very intense, very heartbreaking. It can also be very gratifying. There is a lot of significance to these connections. There's a lot of talk about these connections. Some, they call them soul contracts, soulmates, twin flames, and you can use any label you like. But the bottom line is, they do exist. They have a purpose. And quite honestly, a lot of what is being taught in mainstream spirituality about these connections, in my own research and journey, I have found to be things that will keep you stuck. But you're not crazy if you're experiencing this, or if you have experienced this. It is real. It will make you think that you're crazy because it will be unlike anything that you've ever experienced before. And it can be very, very difficult to navigate these energies. In my years now of research on this subject, I believe that I have seen this from a number of different angles. I've gotten a lot of started out with a lot of spiritual downloads from my own guides about these connections. Then, I delved into, you can see this stuff showing up in astrology, in something called a synastry chart, which is basically, what's the other one? Synastry or composite charts, which kind of is like a merging of two people's charts. Okay. You can see it showing up with the way their natal placements interface with each other. And you can also tell a lot about this when you delve into Jungian psychology. So all of this stuff comes into play. And so I want to take this opportunity to do this series and talk about these connections from a number of different angles, from my own experience, from how it feels. We're going to talk about the planets and the asteroids that can aspect each other, that can create different types of energies and dynamics and experiences between people. And then we are going to talk about this from a Jungian psychology standpoint. And we're going to talk about why we even experience these connections to begin with. All right. How they go about, how this is affected from a psychological standpoint, why it happens, what we're supposed to do about it, what we're supposed to learn about it, and all of that. So this is going to be more comprehensive than any of my previous videos about soulmates, soul connections, and twin flames. This is hot off the press, because a lot of the videos that I have done thus far were several years ago. Well, I've learned a lot since then. I've delved a lot more, and I've done a lot more inner work. And that, to be honest, is where we gain the greatest wisdom in our journey. And so my journey is something that I always like to share with you guys in hopes that it can help others. All right. I'm a firm believer that our own survival guide becomes someone else's roadmap. So that's what this is about. All right. So with that being said, I look forward to seeing you guys over on Patreon as we delve into the various topics. All right. Thanks so much, guys.